Okay, guys, once again, welcome to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. Guys, make sure that you are subscribed and put your notifications on the official YouTube page. It is capital C and the number 2 at the end. That's Candy Productions, too. Also, please make sure if you are not following this page right now, this Instagram page, make sure you follow that and also put your notifications on for that. That is Candy Talk Show. Okay, we about to welcome in my returning guest. I'm so excited. Can't wait to hear what he has going on. So, guys, I want you to welcome my returning guest, a musical artist, Mr. Bre Redbone
Going
Soul.
on, everybody?
What's up, Bre?
Hanging in there, hanging in there. How you been?
I've been well. And how have you been?
I mean, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just trying to live the life.
Okay, now thank you so much for once again, I said it earlier, but representing the Candy Show colors, which is red, black, and white. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me again.
Okay, and then you're gonna have to send me a hat, just let you know that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, tell me what's going on. You have a new song out, and it is called Overdrive.
Yes. So, it's funny. We put the song on the soundtrack for the Dear Frank movie, and it's just funny how things happen, right? Sometimes you got to be in the right place at the right time for certain things to happen. So it's a song we had, and we were like, you know what? Maybe it'd be dope if we go shoot the video and try to intertwine it with the movie. So we flew out to Dallas and we shot the video with Claudia Jordan, which was dope. Shout out to Claudia for doing a lovely job in the video. It was just dope. And then I met a dude on Instagram who actually filmed the part in Dallas, and we sent over the rest of the film to the movie editor, which is Josh Webber directed and Brian White directed it. So it was just pretty dope, And my label, Chris Brown, he's my label owner. He's part of that. He partly directed it as well. So we just went out there, and it was just a whole vibe. It was crazy.
Okay, so now let's back that up because I did get a chance to see Dear Frank. So I seen that when they were first putting it out and kind of doing the test run. So I do know all about Dear Frank. I had actually a chance to interview a couple of the people that were in the movie, including Miss Claudia Jordan herself. So
Mhm.
I like that. I was like, wait a minute. So this is no, is this song on the soundtrack?
Yes, it is. It
Okay.
is.
Now you
But we
know.
feel like, sometimes, movies now, they don't really like, certain movies, they don't, soundtracks are not the thing anymore, right? So what we decided to do was say, you know what? We're gonna put it out as a single and attach it to the movie. So that's what we ended up doing, and it just came out. It just came out crazy. Like when she's walking through the hotel, and people are looking. It's nuts. Like it was just everything was just a vibe. Like things just happened to go the way it was supposed to go.
That's right. Shout out. Shout out to your team. Thank you so much. Chris Brown, the lawyers in the house. He said, Dear Frank was fire. Yes, it
Hmm.
was. Yes, it was. All right, we got to talk about the concept of overdrive because I feel like you, I don't know, you love cars. I could just tell you must love cars.
Well, it's funny because the song was actually written by Blaze the Champ, who's done plenty things for Puffy and Day 26, Bobby Brown. So we flew out to Chicago, and he was like, "Yo, I got a joint," and we just ended up recording it there. And it's been like my favorite song since I've recorded it, because I just think it's just a sexy vibe. You know what I mean? So and then we got Claudia, who even brought brought it out to be more sexy for the vid. You know what I mean? So we was just excited to do it. We was in the the Dallas skyline behind us, You know, so everybody knows I'm from Boston, Cambridge, Boston. So I'm proud to say it. You know what I mean? But we just go everywhere to get it done. You know, whatever it takes to get it done, we get it done. You know?
That's funny you said that, and thank you so much for reiterating what city and state you're from, because I was in Cincinnati a few weeks ago, stopped and asked someone for the directions, and literally the first couple of words that this person had said, and they weren't even from there, but they showed us where we needed to go, but guess where their accent came from?
Boston?
Boston. I was like, oh, shut up. You can automatically tell when you speak to someone from Boston. Love the accent. Because I heard it just earlier, just when you were talking, before we even started the actual official interview. So I heard that.
Yeah. I try hard not to have it. You know what I mean? Because it's different, right? It depends on what part of Boston you're from, if it's really thick or not. You know what I'm saying? So like my part of Boston, we kind of like have a different type of accent than whether if you go to South Boston and those areas and like Charlestown and those places, it's just different.
Yes, Boston, like I said, Boston. You hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Overdrive. Now, you did say it right. Now, from a fan's perspective, Overdrive was dope. It is dope. And it just came out, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Just came
Tell us
out
where
on
you can. Okay, tell us where everyone can find this out first.
You can find Bre Redbone Soul, Overdrive everywhere. I mean, BET about to play it, BET Jams. It's about to get mad radio play. So we're excited right now. You know, so it's everywhere, all platforms.
So talk to me a little bit about the production now. I have to say, when I originally heard it, the very first time that first beat dropped, doom, I thought it was a little bit of a Usher, kind of a Usher. You know how some people kind of take some old cuts and kind of do their thing with it. So literally when the beat dropped, that's what I heard. Was that supposed to happen? Was that the part of the inspiration there?
No, because I mean, I didn't produce it, but all I know is when we entered the studio, we were there and we were actually supposed to record a joint I did with Young Jock. So we recorded that joint called Drinks on Me. If you haven't got a chance to hear it, it's out on all platforms as well. But and then he was like, yo, I got this other one. So once I heard it, I was like, gotta have that. You know, he gotta have that one.
And I feel like that is a dope song for you. I listened to the other songs that you have out, and I noticed there wasn't. Now my ear didn't hear a lot of auto tunes like it did on your other song, Shawty. So,
Right.
am I correct?
Well, it all depends. It all depends on the vibe in the song, right? Me personally, I'm not an auto tune singer. You know, so it just depends on the vibe, right? So it depends on the producer. Oh, let's go with this sound, or let's mix it this way, or let's do this, or let's do that. You know what I mean? Like, so we went that way. You know, so when I sing soul songs, I'm not gonna put auto tune on it because there ain't no auto tune in the soul days, so we won't do that. You know, so we put it on there for a certain sound, for the certain record. You know, but me, anybody who knows me, I'm not. I've never been a fan of it personally.
And I can definitely tell that. Reason why, because you have just such of a naturalistic, soulful song, like a soulful voice. And so that was what I heard was like, okay, so they're using more of your natural voice, less, if not no auto tunes at all. And I loved it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Tell me, whose idea was it for you to extend out your notes? Like when you talk about rhyme, rhyme. Whose idea was that? Because I like that.
What do you mean, rap?
Extra sexy.
What on Overdrive?
Yes, you sing Overdrive.
Well, the thing is, right? So when he sent me the record, I I personally try to emulate the record. If somebody writes me a song and I didn't write it, I try to emulate the way they wrote it because that's what they were hearing, right? So I try to make it my own, but at the same time keep the essence of how they thought the song should be. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time like that, but it's just I just copied what he wanted me to do, and that's how it came out.
Yo,
You know, like
it came out so dope. I'm just like, repeat, repeat, repeat.
oh, that's dope. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Come on now. I don't have a problem with making sure I give flowers and make sure that those people know what they've been doing. Their hard work paid off.
Uh-huh.
I'm loving the song. But let's go back to the cars
Yep.
now. Woo, all the lyrics and everything like that. I love it. I love how you were giving out that, you know, that vibe, that car vibe, that little sexy car vibe, but not really being too vulgar. So for those real R&B, soulful, playful, but yet sexy fans, love it. This is it. This is the song to make sure you guys get and download.
Mhm.
But I was talking to you about the lyrics. I was enjoying the lyrics because of the fact that I heard some, you know, hitting the curves and switches, the Moscato, the vodka. But the one thing that stood out in my mind was we have plenty of protection. We can do what we need to do, but we have plenty of protection.
Dual airbags if we crash while we're sexing.
Yes. I'm like, well,
It's crazy. The pen is nuts. Pen is nuts.
whoa,
It's
whoa.
and you know what? It's bringing love back to the way love should feel. You know, like that's I feel like it's a song that when we made mixtapes, that's one of the songs that you threw on there. So it's just the vibe of the song and the way it's written and the way it's produced from front to back was always crazy to me. So that's why I love it so much. From the vocals to the guitar that stands out. It's like every time I hear it, it's like, oh, it's dope. Even from the first note, how it comes in like real sexy. It's I couldn't ask for a better record, even though, I love all my records, but I always tell my guy, Chris, like, yo, Overdrive's my joint. Everybody has their one, so.
Now, will you put out a new tour? Are you going to do a tour? Because, I've already said, when you coming to the Midwest, you have some catalog now that you have built up that I need to see a show.
Right now we're working, so we're supposed to be, I don't like to talk about things until they're done and written in stone. So October we're supposed to be doing a Live Nation tour. And that's with supposed to be with Swiss Beats and Timberland. And so we're trying to get that together now. Okay. Hopefully everything goes right, because when you have a lot of artists, those type of things, they get crazy. So all these things need to be worked out. So that's what we're working on now. We just hit the Billboard with the last joint, Body Language, which was nuts. We were actually about to pull that song down, right, and move on. And then 2 hours later, I get a phone call like, yo, we did it, blah, blah, blah. Because we were on the charts, but we just didn't get into where we wanted to go. And then 2 hours later, it was like, yo, we did it. Like, we got where we wanted to go. So it's crazy. Another thing is Mafietta 2 is coming out with Willie from Day 26 and Claudia Jordan, written by E-Dub, E.W. Brooks, who that's about to come out. I got 2 songs. Well, Shorty's actually on that, and I got a song, a soulful joint on there called Slow Cook that I'm actually singing in the movie. Yeah. So
Wow. You've been busy.
yes, that's the plan. Stay busy. Stay busy.
Well, when you get out there and you get your tour together, if you need any background dancers, I can do that for you. No, I'm just
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm so serious.
It's funny because this is actually the show tomorrow in Harlem. Um, it's where High Five, Bobby Valentino, Stephanie Mills. Um, I'll be honest, I never thought I'd get the chance to meet Stephanie Mills. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother and father used to listen to her way, way back. And that's part of my upbringing, knowing and listening to all that type music. So, all this music I do is just the product of who I am. So when I do the soul, it comes from there. My father's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So, and he was a singer. So I get, that little from him. And my mother used to have every single Motown record ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nuts. So I just used to go around copying and trying to and I was shy at first. Like, so I didn't come out with it like, yo, this is who I am. So, but as I started going on and I got into groups, and it helped me kind of it molded me to be the person I am now. So tomorrow is going to be the first time I actually haven't had my background singers with me in years, because they're tied up. They got a funeral they got to go to tomorrow, and my dancers. So it's gonna be weird because for the last few years it's been the whole thing. So I'm not gonna be breakdancing out there. I'm telling y'all now. I'm just going out there. I'm gonna do me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna work the stage, jump in the crowd, whatever. No, I'm just so but it's gonna be a little bit different for me coming out. But I was solo before that, so we'll get it done.
And you know what? That means really all eyes on you, even at that point, because now people can look at you and not your dancers or your background. So, are you tracking that, or are you doing it with an
Yeah.
actual show band?
We're gonna track it. Yeah. Yep.
That's cool. A lot of the artists that I come across, they either don't know how to do one or the other or both.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're so used to tracking it, they don't know how to perform with a live band.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, me coming up, when my mentor when I was coming up and coming out, um, he used to do all that for me. I had a 7-piece band at one time, like around the hood, like doing everything. I had 4 background singers, a 7-piece band. I had dancers. Like, this is when I first started. So I know how to do all that. But for me, I feel like, you know, everybody don't want to pay all those people, right? Sometimes there's not enough in the budget to pay 11 people. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to pick and choose. Like, dang, do I need the dances today, or do I need the background, or what do I need? So I always want my show to be the best it can be. So a lot of times the artist takes the hit. So and but we'll get back to it. Tomorrow's just one thing where they would have came, but they got a funeral to go to, so you can't say reschedule that. You know what I mean? So you gotta, show must go on. I gotta go do what I gotta do.
that's so true. And I know you, as an artist, you know that you're going to still rock it regardless if there's one person or 1 million people in front of you. So, just like with the bands and everybody else that you're supporting, you're
Mm-hmm.
supporting backup. It's like if it can't happen, it can't happen. So, no matter what, you're still going to go out there and you're going to give it your 100, 1000%.
Right. Appreciate.
Oh, oh,
Wait, hold on. I drink to that right there.
oh man, I need my drink. Dang.
I had to have one for this one. You know what I mean? I haven't even
Man.
toasted. I haven't even toasted up yet to even drop in the joint. So I guess in New York so I guess in New York we're gonna have to do that. You know, so and I was thinking about it, like, yo, we just dropped the joint and we didn't even, you know what I'm saying? We weren't together because we were all in different places. But, you know, tomorrow that's something we're gonna have to do, you know?
That's what I'm talking about. Drink up, get excited, have fun. He said, no Moscato with a question mark. Do you drink Moscato?
The girls do.
I figured
See
you
that?
had to have something in there for the men and the women, you know. Yes, we do drink Moscato, but sometimes we do take it to the head too.
Uh-huh. Nah. Like I like I like the rosé one, you know, so that's cool. But naturally I'm a whiskey man. Like I'm a Jameson guy.
Okay, you dark too then, huh?
Yeah, I like the you know the Jameson, low calorie. I like it on the rocks. So, you know,
Okay.
it's smooth. I don't just
Mm.
throw them back. Take my time with them, but that's my choice.
Take it to the head. Yes, I do take it to the head. Yes, I do. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie.
Take it to
But
the head. Chris is funny.
trust me. You know what? Taking it to the head actually is better for you anyway. That's less sugar. Mm.
Right,
So
exactly.
I
We need
definitely
to
would.
pop that Ace of Spades tomorrow, Chris.
No fair. Y'all, no, y'all communicating. I don't get a chance to see it. Darn. I want to
And
see the
look, I was
show.
hoping to have my first Billboard plaque hung up here, but it's on order right now. So, you know, I've been trying to get it in my little studio so everybody can, you know, see the you know the progress. But you know, it's good that they know for now.
Come on now. You making marks on this world. You putting your stamp down. Everybody's gonna know who Bre Redbone Soul is.
I hope so.
If they
I,
don't, they will. Because guess what? You were born by the river. I can't listen to that song without thinking about you now.
you know,
Just
it's
letting you
funny.
know.
I was born by the river, right? Not in a little tent, but in the projects. So I always say, in the projects. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh.
You know what I mean?
Don't they tell you to make songs like your own, like
Uh-huh.
as if sing it as if it was your own?
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with adding some
I
little
wouldn't
words here and there,
do
mixing
that,
up.
but you know, I wouldn't do that live to my guy. You know what I mean? It's too tough of a song. We're not gonna do that. That's
Okay,
like
they're gonna
our
be like, what?
national anthem. We gotta keep that. We gotta keep that right.
Oh,
But
Lord, you're right, because, yeah. Well, tell me now, you already talked about what's coming up for tomorrow. Great lineup, dope opportunity. Your song is out on everywhere, about to be hitting the BET networks.
mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I mean, we talking music choice, BT. I mean, it's crazy. You know, it's nuts.
Did you have any hand into any of the treatment of the video? I know you said you had your person down in Texas that helped
Yeah,
with that.
when we went to Dallas, we were like, yeah, you know, I mean, I'm fortunate to, you know, where my label owner Chris always asks me, "What do you think?" and this and that and stuff like that. So we have a you know, we have a dope chemistry when it comes to this, you know. So and we understand each other, and I understand what he's trying to do, and he gets what I want. You know what I'm saying? He understands what I want, even though I could be, you know, the artist can be like, yo, what, you know what I'm saying? I try not to get on his nerves, but at the same time, when I'm sitting back, it kind of, I get eager, and I get real, you know, I get like, okay, what I should be doing something right now. You know what I mean?
Are
So,
you willing to work with anyone else to help them with their projects? Are you doing any features on anyone's projects right now,
um,
besides what you already talked about earlier, or
well,
just,
that's
you
what
know?
we're working on now. So we have, it's crazy because I don't know if you've seen you ever see the Netflix show Rhythm and Flow?
Yes.
Okay, so the next record we're gonna drop, I got to do Flawless Real Talk on the record, and he's a monster. So also I have Gravy on the record. Jamal Woolard, the king of Tubi. That's what we call him, the king of Tubi. He so I got both of them on the record, and we trying to shoot the video for that. So that's next in line. If sometimes you can say something's next in line and then something different happens.
Totally
So
changed.
that's how we roll. Like, we take our opportunities as they come, right? So we go, oh, that'll be good. That'll be good to actually, we got an opportunity to do this, so let's do this. So Jamal Willard was, he played Biggie in the Notorious movie.
I know who you're talking about.
Right. For those who don't.
Thank you so much, Chris, for adding that. Yes, you're right, because some people might not know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I am so happy and excited for you. You have a hot joint. Let me tell you something, and this is a natural raw real on the Candy Show. While I'm listening to that song, I can just apply that song and think about all different atmospheres, all different environments. And while, yes, that's related to cars and all this other stuff, I was just thinking, ooh, that'll be nice riding on the sunset out of town on a beach somewhere, checking the scenery out and, having some fun on the highway to Overdrive. Because, I feel like that's what's going on in that song.
Yeah.
People can plug their own fun in there, but just say fun.
Right. I mean, I feel like it's easy on the ears. It's not too much. It's right here, and the word, every word lines up crazy, right? So it's like, to listen to it to beginning to the end. It's crooned. You know what I mean? It's pretty. Like, it has a lot of elements to the song that, if you know music, you could be like, yo, the pen was crazy. In the pace of the song, it's a slow song, but it keeps you also, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so, the motion is dope. The vibe of the record is crazy. And I feel like a lot of people, I feel like, kind of getting back into the penmanship, but I love that first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love, like, the penmanship of the song is what matters a lot to me.
I agree. A lot of people are requesting lyrics to songs, getting back to a storyline, and understanding what a song is from top to bottom. It took you from one place, and then at the end, it took you to the end, and maybe wanted to hear some more. So now you're anticipating the next song that's dropping. Okay.
Right. That's the goal. So what we're trying to do is put enough good music out, right? And then put an album together. You see what I mean? So, okay, enough know now. Because there's got to be a plan for every song, right? You can't just make a song, throw it on YouTube. You can, but only, Facebook and stuff like that, but only your followers are going to see it mostly, right? So if there's a plan for each record, it's going to help you move. And I've been fortunate to be able to be in that type of situation where we can make a plan for every record. That's why you don't just see, a record dropped yesterday and then tomorrow and then today and then tomorrow, because we're strategizing to make this, we're trying to make this a career, not just, hey, I just did a song. So that's the most important thing for people who don't understand stuff like that, is every single record, like, this wasn't even supposed to go next. It's just the opportunity came about to do it. So then when you do it, you got to do it right. And then we went to Dallas. I was sitting at home like, oh, are we going to go? Because this is our opportunity. The week before, I saw Claudia here at the Celtics game. And I'm like, I'll see you next week. So it was like, it's like Friday night, I'm sitting here I'm still here. We're supposed to be in Dallas already. And then we find a videographer on IG, because I looked it up, videographers in Dallas. And it just so happened out of the 3 that I picked, we picked the right one to do the video because he lined everything up and he shot really dope. Shout out to Steph the Shooter who matched them specs right, because he did his thing. Good people too, you know what I mean? So, and his man Big Cam, shout out to him too, because they all came out and they just supported what we was doing. That we didn't even know them, but they was just chilling with us. Like, you know, we was having drinks, having food, just the whole time was just a dope vibe for the whole process.
I think that is so dope that you can connect with people and you're on that same wave with people, and everybody is looking to extend that helping hand to each other, and each one is building the next.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that. And then on top of that, you utilize Instagram for a good purpose.
Right.
To network and build. So I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Totally love that. But let me talk to you a little bit about that. I noticed, see, that's why I was thinking, because I was thinking, so is this a follow-up to Shawty and the other songs? And is it going to be put in a story? How are you guys going to, because again, I listen to songs and just, those are the things that I think of. But yes, that was one of the things I wanted to find out, how that was going to build up to your album. Mm. Now, do you call them albums still? Do you call them projects? An album?
I would like to call it an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to, because I mean, that's always been the goal of my life, right? Mm-hmm. To not put out a project. I think this was a project, right? Like the whole video, the whole song, it was a project, right? You don't have to have 10 songs to have a project, you know? So I feel like once I put out an album, then that's the statement. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're building, and then once that album comes, we know we've got to the point where we've got enough and did enough to put that out. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be bittersweet for that to happen. You know, so I'm not gonna call it a project. I'm just gonna call it an album, because that's what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. An album. Mm-hmm. Collective of songs.
Yes.
One thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me a little bit about what you were drinking over there, so I can make sure I go get that.
This right here is Tito's and cream.
You came with the red, black, and white all together. Your drink is red.
Well, Redbone Soul, so that's my color. No, I'm not a blood. It's just my colors. It's what I do. Red is for love. That's what I do. So that's why I rock a lot of red, because Redbone Soul. I'm light skinned. My father's from the South. I got Southern roots. So that's why I call myself that.
Well, thank you so much, because I don't even think we took care of that on the last one. No.
So they call my music is, I always hope that the fellas love it. But when we do music, men sing, we're singing, we want the women to be like, oh, I love that. So that's why the Redbone thing, the light skin thing, is incorporated in my name.
That's where you sounding just like me over here. Red, white, and black. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so serious about sending me one of those hats, I'm so serious because I can't find anything that's here that I can get for Celtics. So,
I'll send you.
but
I'll send.
oh, I'm so
I'll
serious. I'm
send you
so
one.
serious.
It's
Okay.
gonna say Redbone Soul on it though.
Whoa, I'll take that even
All right.
better. Come
All
on
right.
now.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody said I need that
Yeah,
hat,
yeah.
bro.
He's in
See?
Florida, so
Ooh.
he can't get it there either. I got you,
Uh,
bro.
oh, goodness. Oh, thank you so much for everyone who tuned into the live. I appreciate you for supporting us. Bread, bread. See, I don't put your name together. Bread. See, you got Bre and Red, but Bre Redbone Soul. Tell everyone once again the title of your new song that's out, where they can follow you at, and how they can get that new
You
song.
can find me everywhere at Bre Redbone Soul. Just dropped a new joint, Overdrive. It's crazy. It's about to be everywhere. It's on all platforms right now. Whatever platform's out, it's there. It is there. All you have to do is put Bre Redbone Soul Overdrive, and then everything else will pop up with it. So I
I'm telling you
appreciate you
guys.
all, because that's dope. I mean, I love that. I love the support. I appreciate your support, because, you know, we talk back and forth every now and then. You'd be like, oh, that's dope, and that's dope. We need a lot more people like that for the culture, doing what you do and representing artists everywhere.
Well, thank you so much for just continuing to take your time out of your busy schedule to come on and grace the Candy Show platform. Thank you so much for trusting me with your brand. And you know what? I got you. I'm telling you, I love great music. And, when I see that it's very difficult to get things out and about,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't have a problem with that. I love music. So, you know what? If I'm listening to it, you trust me, I'm letting everybody know about it because it's a dope song. So, I mean, like I said, I keep hitting repeat. I'm trying to learn your entire song within a few days.
That's dope.
Because I'm
That's
about to
dope.
make some dance
Well,
routines
isn't
off
that
of
what
it.
we
So,
do when we like a song? We have to know it, right? So we play it until we know it. And that's the
yes,
same with me. It's like, okay, I don't know it yet, but this is crazy, so I need to know it. You know
that's
what I mean?
right.
So,
Oh, well, once again, thank you so much, Mr. Bre
and
Redbone
thank you. I
Soul.
appreciate you.
You're
And I'm gonna
welcome.
say, make
Thank
sure
you.
you send me information so I can send you that
Oh, well, I'm about to send it to you as soon as we get off of here.
hat.
Thank you so much to your team as well. Shout them out. Make sure we know all about them.
uh, Shout out to my man Chris Brown, the lawyer. My man Lee Kinson, who's I went to high school with him. That's my guy. He's a big supporter. Shout out to my man Hollis Block, Hollywood, who's my road dog. He's always with me on my trips. You know what I mean? The team is crazy, yo. Shout out to Claudia Jordan and Brian White for, giving the okay and everything else for the vid to get, you know, shot. Shout out to my two background singers who put in a lot of work, Trav and JG, my choreographer Ayana, big part of the situation, and all the eye candy dances. They call eye candy dances. So
Well, now I know I need to be involved. This is the problem.
yeah, so it's been it's been a journey, man, and it's so dope to get a lot of support for what you're doing. So I appreciate you again for you know keeping it real for the culture and putting it on.
My pleasure. All right, guys. Unfortunately, we have to end this episode, but make sure, once again, you are subscribed. Put your notifications on. Make sure that you like, follow, share everything. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube page, and that is capital C and the number 2 at the end, Candy Productions 2. Make sure you are following the official Instagram page. That is Candy Top Show. Yeah, you see that right there, Candy Top Show. The one, the only, the natural, raw, real, uncut, unscripted, and you never know what comes out of my mouth. So check it out. Make sure you stay tuned. Okay? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Boom. It begins.